It's time to do winter season maintenance in Arwen, and as you can see from the mast, there's lots to sort out. All of her rigging will be taken down and inspected. Masts and sails will be stored in the garage, and over the next few weeks they'll be carefully scrutinised for wear and tear. Between now and March, repairs will be made. It'll keep me busy during the forthcoming long winter evenings. Poor Arwen hasn't had a proper refit in the 8 years or so that she's been afloat. The signs of poor seamanship and neglect are clearly self-evident, and I really should be ashamed of myself. But this winter, and in the spring, I am determined to put this right. Everything is going to be emptied from her. She's going to have a proper refit. Mental note to myself, that rudder is going to take some serious taking apart and repainting. The lazy jacks on the mizzen have never worked properly, so they need to come off and be repositioned. The coamings need a lot of sanding and some revarnishing. In odd places they even need patching up and filling. Now I wonder if I could wash the anchor warps in the washing machine whilst her indoors is out. Nope, probably not. Probably more than my life's worth. She'd kill me. She won't mind all the warps, the halyards and sheets coming inside into the back room to dry out and be checked for fraying though. I can get away with that. The mainsail is going to be stored in the garage rafters, and then I'll let it hang down loosely. The cushions may be faded, but they're still going strong. The buoyancy bags, well, they're a bit deflated. So much of Arwen's interior is chipped right down to the epoxy layer. It's going to need a good sanding and recoating in the April sunshine next year. Whilst lockers are being emptied, floor space on the garage is disappearing. This dreaded mould pops up all over Arwen, and during the winter I must use one of the remedies suggested by so many on Facebook when I made a plea for help on this issue. These forward circular hatches need replacing or removing and sealing over with a plywood. Stored on a sloping drive, rainwater keeps getting through the tarpaulin and builds up in this area, seeping through the hatches over time. As a result, the interior locker needs some major cleaning. Despite my neglect of Arwen, this is the only one area of damp wood. Poor old Arwen. She deserves so much better than this. Still, the dragons seem to have withstood the test of time. After going on Facebook, many dinghy sailors offered me a new approach to covering Arwen. A hooped affair to improve air circulation, and of course getting a new tarp too. Using flexi gas pipe, this is my first attempt to make a hoop. It hasn't quite worked out right, and over the next few days I will adjust it. With a bit of luck, less water will get in, more air will circulate, and there will be less mould growth overall. Meanwhile, back in the garage, it's time to start work on the running rigging and the warps. We've just been cutting off shackles which had corroded just replacing them. One job done off the list, about another 20 to go. These are my mooring warps, and most of them have whippings on the end just to secure them. However, I noticed the other day that one of them, somehow the whipping has come away, or I didn't actually get to do the whipping in the first place. So I need to sort that one out now. Not a skill that I'm very good at. I've practiced and practiced it, and I never ever seem to get it right. But they hold, which I guess is the main thing. I just never seem to quite get it neat and trimmed and finished as lots of professional sailors do. I wonder if I should get smaller main sheet blocks and perhaps reduce the main sheet diameter to 10mm. Just done a little bit of block maintenance. This is the Toughnell block for the jib halyard, and it was a bit stiff, but it's now loosened up a lot better. So much to do. It's going to be a long, busy, but very enjoyable winter season. And with a bit of luck, Arwen will emerge new and refreshed.